Hey, folks, we got our lineup locked in here. Huff Powersports and Exeter Lanes, Montalvo MP are in right now. They're still doing warm-up balls, but you can see it here. Matt Huff, Vanessa Huff, Kristy Hapworth, Richard Beverage Jr., Jason Kaler versus Mario Johnson, Sonja Rossi, Tim Matero, Aaron Fontaine, and Jeff Surette. We'll be back with that matchup in just a moment. Anyone want to say anything before I click it off?
Yeah,
Look at the split.
This is going to be the third playoff for the Mixed Worlds Championship in the last 5 years, past to 2019.
Before you start, Bob, someone can just make a message on Candlepin chat. There's overtime to go to Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube and subscribe free. We're going to start in just a moment.
If it hasn't been done already, much appreciated. I did it on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Audubon Day Shift won in 2019 versus Charlie's Revenge. And just a couple of years ago, we were covering Penny Lane. Took out, it was one of the franchise teams. I think it might have been Bud Light or Price's Wood Flooring. Can't remember what it was, but this is the third, and it's going to come down to one. And we're here for you.
I see the high fives. You guys ready to rock and roll?
25. 2025 Mixed World Championship on Candlepin Bowling Network. Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. I'm Paul Graham with Greg Gouillart and return of Bob Lee. Hello, Bob. Hello, Greg.
Hey, good to be back.
Hi there. I'm Greg. That's Bob. He's our executive producer.
Hey, if you thought 23 was too many matches to cover in a weekend, let's go for 24.
Yeah, 24 teams, 23 matches, make it 24.
First ball is going to be coming on our right from Exeter's Mario Johnson.
On lane 6 above the Candlepin for Cancer banner, Mario Johnson off the wall, 7, 1, 2, 9. Greg will call boxes 3 and 4. Captain Matt Huff on the quarter, the 2, brutal.
The rare quarter Worcester.
Championship tiebreaker, we're here because the standings were tied after the 23-match round robin. One string showdown, that's it.
Nice ball, almost. Goes behind the 2. Huff trying to work out this jam. Too far left, standing up with 7 pins.
If you're new to Candlepin Bowling, welcome, welcome, welcome. You are here for a very special match. The culmination of our mixed teams tournament here. Plays the same as big ball, 3 balls per frame, and any pins dropped on the plate stay on the plate as live wood.
Mario 10 to start this one-string overtime match. And Huff a rare 5, so an earlier 5-pin lead. And 2 teams going 2 different directions. All they need is 1 point in the last 3 matches, extra lanes. They lost the last 3.
Yeah,
and Huff Powersports started 3 and 4 on Friday, won their first match Saturday, lost 2, won the last 7, and the 6 today. 13 straight wins.
And 2 out of these last 3 were Exeter matches were on our lanes on the other side.
Mario 9, 8-pin holds, Wood just missed it. Huff trying to bounce back. Hits the pocket, diamond right. It's a girl's best friend, a diamond, but not for Class A bowlers without wood. Just 27% conversion rate. Stats by Candlepin Bowling Network.
We're live here at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire.
Johnson going for the 8. It is good, spare. Huff dance, he does! Making it with a 5, matching spares. 20-15, they high-five each other. Early 5-pin lead for Exeter Lanes.
Strikes are
Montalvo
rare.
MP Electrical from Rutland, Mass.
Strikes are rare. It's a game of spares. They're going to get amped up about every single mark at this late stage.
Second ball is a 5. Sonja Rossi from Rutland, Mass. Sonja with a J.
So in match 23, frankly, Exeter looked gassed, but they look like they've got their energy back. They've taken a breath, sat down. They lost that one 555 to 522, 50 pins under their season average.
Sonja 1-2 first. Vanessa Huff, always the one in the main state championships. 1-3-6, 8 and back. Sister-in-law of Kristy Hapworth. And Huff's sister, Kristy Hapworth. Rossi for spare. Oh, what was wrong with that shot? Unbelievable. Huff too far right. 1-3 in the 8. Canadian flag right above on lane 5. What a gorgeous place. 24 lanes, 12 on each side. Great ownership of the Dallas family. Dallas with an E. Rossi on for a 10. Their perfect start. 2 10s to spare combined for their team. Huff a 7. First box blues for the first 2 bowlers for Huff Powersports.
Yeah, Dallas family have been stellar. 24 teams now down to 2, but when these 24 teams have been packing these lanes, the Dallas family was all over everything, and we cannot thank them enough for their hospitality.
Sonja, career high average of 114, her best season ending average out of Exeter Lanes. High single 175, high triple 435. Her high five is 670. She goes right for a 4 horseman plus a post. Huff trying to bounce back after that 7. She has a 1-2, 8 behind the 2 and the 9. 2 does a little shimmy.
You see the scoreboard on your screen there, 8-pin lead right now for Exeter. Everything down the sides is standard American notation, except the center column will note the head pin hits on the first ball.
Vanessa's career high average, 113 from Burnham, Maine. Rossi trying to pull it over. Yes!
Oh, wow.
What a shot for a spare! Huff to answer. No, 8 denies are the mark. So Mari and Sonja go 10 and spare. Vanessa's high single 176, high triple 412, high 5 612. On for a 10, 17 through 2 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Our executive producer is Bob Lee. Here to our right.
Yep, Vanessa Huff carried a 108.2 average across 16 strings. Sonja Rossi, for her part, she bowled in 23 different strings, all 23, and she finished with a 104.4.
Hall of Famer 2023 class with Al Johnson, Bob Wickham, Steve Reno, and Harry Reno, and others. Tim Matero, co-host of the Ripping the Rack podcast during the regular bowling season every other Monday night. Expresses concerned here. All expressions talked about have nothing to do with Ripping the Rack podcast. Matero rifles the pocket. It's a Greek church on a Sunday.
Ripping the Rack available on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts.
And free to subscribe like Candlepin Bowling Network. Here's Kristy Hapworth off to the left. She has a 4 horseman to the post. About a 1 in 5 chance for Class A bowlers that would. Stats and research by Bob Lee of Candlepin Bowling Network.
That's right. They come in, they'll be able to connect on the 4 horsemen about 36 to 40% of the time. It's just getting that extra pin and cuts your chances in half.
And for our Casey McCool fans, our first banana split. Always hungry, always growling. A lot of Casey McCool fans love the banana split.
Casey was in the house today.
Yes, he was. Did some announcing. Matero takes the short 2 for an 8 to start us 1-string overtime match. Hapworth, a 9. Gets a pin back there.
Swear to God, if you touch anything.
Now, the running totals aren't on the scoreboard there for some reason.
Dave Barber just standing over our control booth saying, "What do these buttons do?"
Dave's good at pushing. Dave's good at pushing buttons.
What do you mean, ball?
All right, Tim Matero. 3-step approach.
Beautiful ball, 2-run split, but the wood gives him a chance. Angled nicely. 5 middle, 8 left, 10 right. Back to lane 5 and Kristy Hapworth.
It probably sounded too uptight in that moment.
Smooth ball finds the pocket. It's a bundle of 5, the bucket they call in Canada. Some call it the hay bale, the star 5, the bucket of 5, diamond plus the 7, yada, yada, yada.
No one calls it yada, yada, yada.
Wood could take it.
You know what I mean.
Oh.
Good effort there by Matero. Gets a giggle out of that one. Kristy, a 110 league bowler, 114 a peak average for a season from Burnham, Maine.
As many seasoned bowlers, including this Hall of Famer, most of all, you need to hit the red line on that situation to send the 5.
Oh, no.
Doinks it. She is the current one of the Maine State Open Eliminations titles. Beat her sister Vanessa Huff in the finals. It's on Candlepin Bowling Network and YouTube from Westport Bowling Lanes in Westbrook, Maine. It's past April. Matero 10, 18 through 2. Huff grabs 4, the 5 for 9, also at 18 through 2. Let's get a quick update from Greg Gouillart.
The format of the mixed worlds is at least 2 women on the team. Otherwise, it's as simple as that. You can substitute in also before box 7 begins, before your 4th visit to the lanes, as we go 2 at a time. And you cannot substitute on a mark. This is a round-robin format, and here we are with just these 2 teams that tied for first. All the other ties in the standings were broken by total pinfall.
Aaron Fontaine pushes 7 3/4. Without a play, here's Richard Beverage Jr., dangerous bowler. 7 and the 9. Let's give that ride. Joe Smith of Penny Lane just gave a $100 donation to Candlepins for Cancer. Thank you, Joe Smith.
Very nice. Huff Powersports.
And we're going to give $2,000 to the sponsorship next year, up from $500 last year, $1,000 this year to $2,000 next year, because we'll get about $4,000 back this year, close to it.
Got to get them their due. They gave to this tournament, and a lot gave back. Candlepins for Cancer, a 501c3 charity founded by Al Johnson. They added $1,000 to the prize pool, so the winner of this match will get.
Oh, wow, what a shot for a spare! Fontaine time!
The winner of this match will receive $12,000 for the team.
$8,000 for the runner-up to split. Blinks it there.
Fontaine averaged 122.9 and bowled in all 23 matches.
Whoa.
He just threw a 123 in the third. He was the lead bowler for Exeter.
Richard Beverage a 9.
Short.
Anchor ball is Jason Kaler and Jeff Surette. That'll be a fun match to watch. All these bowlers are.
Short bench here, shorter still because Kerrigan Skinner couldn't make it to the tournament. So actually, only Sonja, Rossi, and Mario Johnson able to fill those 2 female requirement slots.
Guess that explains why they both have 23 matches.
27-year-old Aaron Fontaine on the spare. It's going to be a 3 wobbling 2 split. 2, 4, 8, 6, 10 right, 15 through 1. Beverage takes 8 down, 2 in the 4 above.
So I'll take it actually. Thank you to Nico Puhar for that tip, our social media manager here at CBN.
Aaron at 125 average, 129 his best average for a whole year. This be something. What a try on the object pin. Good effort. Beverage trying to give his team a little spark here. For a spare.
Nope.
No. Missed the object, the 2.
5-on-5 teams. Remember to note the yellow numbers down there. That's how many open marks each side has using the Canadian notation in the number.
Fontaine gets 1 of the 3 for an 8 after a spare 5, 23 through 2. Beverage takes the 10, 19 through 2 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Now with 2,000 videos, the ESPN of Candlepin Bowling, semi-pro to pro action, something for everyone, and over 4,720 subscribers, always free, never a charge. Please subscribe in high definition to Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Like and follow on Facebook and this one as well.
So Kerrigan Skinner couldn't be here, but Jeff Surette wore her jersey.
Serret, 3-2 split, 3-6-10 on the right, left side pins are the 4-7. Here's Jason Kaler. He gets 7, 8, 2 in the 9, wiggles behind, or the 3 in the 9 rather. Serret grabs 2 in the right, the object pin is there, the 3. Now the 4 is the object pin on the left.
What's perilous for Kaylor there, unless it's, I don't think any is actually in between there, but maybe one could deflect off the other.
Kaler for a spare.
Nope.
Missed the object pin himself, the 3. Not happy with that. Jeff over the short 2 gets 1 for an 8 to start this 1-string thrilling overtime match. Kaler way off for a 9.
Mr. Oakland Park picks up 1.
We'll get the update from Greg, and the next 2 boxes will do play-by-play.
So it's 11 pins for Exeter Lanes plus an extra spare hanging on their side, 2 marks to 1.
Jason Kaler, K-A-L-E-R, the owner of Oakland Park Bowling Center, Rockport, Maine since 2014. Surette buries 9, leaving up the 9. Kaler crosses over, leads to Greg Gouillart's king.
By that I mean hitting the opposite pocket tends to not drive through the 5.
Surette, bang! 18 the ball through 2. Jason's high single, 196.
There it is.
Spare, 19 the ball through 2. Let's get the update from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillart.
Certainly, we're going to have to be sharp, boys. There's no in-house totalizer on the main screen, but we'll bring it back here. And we'll confirm I have 88 to 99, so 15, 17, 18, 19, 19, and 20, 20, 18, 23, 18, and a ball. That's all confirmed. Well, 3 hits to 2, so Exeter Lanes leads by 11 pins plus an extra ball. That's how you express the score.
Matt Huff with the first ball in the third. Swings left and takes 7.
So Bob will do the play-by-play. My mistake.
No problem.
Okay, Matt was filling. That puts him up to 22 after the slow start. Mario also filling is at 25.
And you've got the CompuScore lag as well. Great semi-automatic scoring system, tough to handle.
All right, both bowlers will be. Oh no! Mario takes it from behind. She missed the object and took out the 5 and 3 from the rear side.
Shooter's touch, shooter's roll.
That was very Pete Weber coded, that celebration. Watch it again. Bundle of 5 here, gets on the 6, 9, 10, and then takes the 5 and the 3.
Look at Mario's. I love her. She's such a character in the lanes.
They have a lot of energy. Hey, Mario struggled in the final, throwing just a 95. You see a different level of energy from her. A little more precision, too. Huff swings left side of the head pin, leaves a check mark here.
Former men's singles champion Matt Huff.
Mario gets 2 in that fill, so fills of 5-2 on the 2 spares in a row.
Man won that world singles title, like Greg alluded to, in 2017, his first time in it. A family of bowlers bowling well over 35 years now.
Huff throwing 33 miles an hour, finds his object, can't clean the check.
Why, yes, Bob Lee does have a radar gun. Why do you ask?
Mario throwing 30. Faster than the women's pro average, which is around 29.
Well pinned by Huff. X means 10 in Candlepin.
X marks the spot.
So Mario takes a 45-41 lead in that pairing. Overall, it's a 10-pin lead for Exeter, plus a fill.
Sonja Rossi on the left, Vanessa Huff on the right. This is Candlepin Bowling Network's presentation of the 2025 Mixed Worlds from beautiful Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire.
Lots of great atmosphere now. It's quieted down. This goes so hard. All the lanes darkened down.
Huff just right of the head pin. As I was saying, Huff carried an average of 108.2 across 16 of the 23 matches. Sonja Rossi bowled in all 23 and averaged 104. Rossi for the spare. Catches it. Wow. That was a side saddle triangle plus the 10. Nice pick up there.
And back-to-back marks. We'll take a look at that one again. 3-1. There's an 8-pin hiding back there and just gets on the even full on it. And the wood takes it as well.
So Rossi at 26 after 2, now at 36 and a ball through 3.
Sonja's high single 175, high triple 435, and a high 5 at 670. Out of Bayberry Bowling in Spencer, Mass. Bob.
Well, Vanessa ripped it and got the 5-7. That's the Heinz ketchup lead, if you want to give it a tricky name. But I think she's going to want to swing this one maybe in from the right. Let's see. Going right at it, bounces over, and the pin leapt over.
Yeah, I gave him more of a
leapt
ride than
over
I
the
thought.
log in front of the 7-pin. I didn't mind her hitting it straight, but I would have preferred a trip. Here it is, 3 in a row. Sonja Rossi.
She's a big-time bowler, 54 and a ball through 4.
Her fan club is growing. Okay, that'll be a 9.
Even if it had hit the wood in the gutter, that would not have counted.
Pair of 9s, 35 through 4 for Vanessa Huff. Middle bowlers. Kristy Hapworth on the right, Tim Matero on the left.
All right, Huff. Hapworth comes in with a pair of 9s at 18. Tim threw an 8 and a 10 together for the same result.
Was Huff, not outrageous, but not anymore.
26 miles an hour.
Actually just celebrated a wedding anniversary, her 10th.
Nice lady, too. False start in the offense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Hapworth averaged 106.5 during the regular season. Matero does not appear. He appears on the sub list, so I don't have him in front of me for his average during the match.
We had a 133 average for a whole year once upon a time.
Back when he was great. Now he's just very, 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 very good.
6 different times in his illustrious career, he had a season average of 130 or more.
He averaged 115.
Thank you. Kevin Burns found it. He averaged 115.
Tim Matero, 215 high single, a 210 twice, a 204, and a 203. 5 200s. And how about a high triple of 502 and 500 and a high 5 at 800? One of a rare few people have a 200, a 500, 800.
That's right. Now those are clubs you want to get into. Not sure about some of the ones he belongs to, but those ones I think everybody wants to be in. Here's Hapworth. Knocks out the mini rack, leaving the 4 horsemen left.
165 to 141, that's now correct.
Similar pitch, different outcome.
Held out the 2 fingers, thinking that's all he would get.
That's going to nick it. Nope. Nope.
Her high single is 178, high triple 422, high 5 610.
Tim is throwing 34 miles an hour.
Huff mostly a state of Maine team, but Tim Matero, of course, known for his bowling there.
And Kristy's longtime partner, Vanessa Huff, her teammate here today.
Good 10. All right, 175, 150, a 25 pin lead plus an extra fill ball.
Richard Beverage Jr., 19 through 2. Aaron Fontaine, spare 5-8 start. Back to Bob Lee.
32 miles an hour on that pitch from Beverage. He shakes the 8, but it won't fall. Nice 9 drop, though. Aaron Fontaine has been measured at 36 all week. Ups his game to 38 on that one. I noticed he threw 39 as it came down to the wire. He got a little juiced up at the end of the last match. Beverage finds his way around the wood. That's spare number 3 for Huff Powersports. And a match from Fontaine, the grandson of Tommy Olso, who paid a visit to us on the booth over on the other side.
That was during yesterday's coverage, if I recall correctly.
Yep.
Aaron Fontaine, just 27 years young, from North Brookfield, Mass. His whole life.
It's now 8 spares to 3. The lead, everything's going
Yes.
Exeter's way.
I've got some statistics, including marks and pinning as well, if you'd ever like to consult.
Sure.
That's a spilled out head pin, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a spill head.
We'll do that after this box, Greg.
Okay, tough fill there. So gainer there for Huff. Now
36
now 187, 167. Being down that many marks and only being down 20 pins is pretty good. Oh, God.
Trying to think why Beverage's leave didn't go.
It's kind of the house effects. Things are moving slowly in the back, and we were commenting about how hard you could hit a pin and it would not fall down.
And there was also a discussion, and Kevin was alongside. There was a bit of a difference in the sides of the house, you think, anyway?
Oh, yeah? Was there?
Or at least it was a speculation as much, but...
Big up there for Fontaine, a 9. 4-4-4, 44 through 4 in this overtime match, one string.
Honestly, that tends to be speculation anyway.
Yeah. No, the back row was standing tall and standing firm for many.
That did happen a few times here as well.
Yeah.
Many people consider Boutwell's a fairly fair house.
Yes, it is. It can go pretty good. You see, Shannon's going to get a 167, Tina Ward a 164. Brian Fuller Jr. 170. Back to Bob.
Kaylor, strike! The 6 was the last to fall on that pitch.
Very stoic, Jason Kaler, strike on spare.
Oh, tough head pin there, and he leaves a side saddle triangle +2. That's a weird Greek church turned sideways.
I'll find a punchline for that eventually.
He's got an angle for it, but he had to hit it thin.
They take such good care of the place. After the place down, they sweep up all the pins and clean off the pin decks.
Dimitri did a great job cleaning all the decks the night before, Friday.
Yeah, Della's family did very well. And I got to see all the pin setters activate from left to right after they reset all the machines as well.
And Andy Dellis gave a $500 check to Candlepins for Cancer, a 501c3 charity. Donations via Venmo at Candlepins number 4, cancer.com. Checks can be written also the address on the website at Candlepins number 4, cancer.com.
Andy Dellis, the owner.
Dallas with an E.
That's a spilled out head pin. Where's everything going, Bob?
Okay.
Another hit, 2 hits at it.
You know, that
Lumberyard.
they're like ketchup bottles. They don't want them to spill. You get nice firm bottoms on them.
Jace wouldn't mind cleaning up this ketchup spill, I'm sure.
Especially the old kind where you have to smack it.
I know.
Boom, 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 boom.
Anticipation.
All right, 2 pieces of wood in front of the 9 looks trivial.
Hits it all. I think he used 4 of them. There was an extra one on the left that he brought into the play there.
Jason Kaler, spare, strike, spare.
All right. Look at that. Huff Powersports taking aim at the lead. They're within 4 now, according to your tally below.
Yep. So we'll confirm it here. 41, 35, 36, 45, 59. I said Kaler spilled out the head pin. I noted it anyway. 45, 34, 35, 44, and 42. 2 open marks to 1 for Exeter, if I counted correctly. So here we are. We switch back around every 2 boxes. Shall I take this over?
Sure. Yeah, we'll just say with Kaler's three spares, 5 for the team. Close the difference.
Greg now on the play-by-play.
Mario Johnson got the 4.57 on this one. I'm Greg Gouillart, that's Paul Grant and Bob Lee. 2, 4, and 10. Kevin Burns alongside as well. Matt Huff's got the 2, 4, and 10. Tough split for both. Front wood, I presume, will be Mario's play.
She's going to get something on the piece on the side, too, though.
Didn't catch the front piece.
Yeah. She needed to hit both somehow, and they weren't really lined up for it.
Close match here, 6 boxes to go for everyone. Matt Huff lost it out of the hand. The tiniest things, the grip on the ball is so important. Fingertip control is usually the best way to classically taught, even though everyone adopts their own style in the end. Johnson challenges with 10, and it's an 8 box opposite.
Home of the Friday Night Pro League. Game of the week starting Friday after Labor Day is on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. All 35 weeks plus the playoffs.
Fairly recently, we just had the playoffs. Team Exeter Lanes won that Friday Night Pro League, both regular season and playoffs. That's distinct from this team, but Rob Ficarra Sr. a very happy man all the same.
Come on.
4, 7, 9, 10.
$12,000. The winning team to split $8,000. Not a bad payout for runner-up for the team to split.
Blasts away! Strike in the 6th.
And he's very stoic. He's showing some emotion there.
The 6 was the last to fall on that strike.
Well, sidewall tip here.
The Bulls love the money, but they want that title.
Johnson's looking back here on this one, wondering if she wants to cut or spin the wood. Let's see. It's going wood. Right side, torquing it. Oh, dear. Didn't even get the 10 pin. 9 would be fine out of this.
Let's see. Let's see how Exeter reacts to that. This comeback, because they had the first place in hand. They had to win any of the last 3 matches, and
or tie.
Yeah, or tie, and they kind of played a little tight at the end.
They had a 3-game lead.
Mm-hmm. They came out brilliantly in the first 2.
59 and a 2. 59 plus 2 balls from Matt Huff through 6. Mario Johnson 63. Marion, but we say Mario partially because it only fits 5 letters on the overhead scoreboard. Sonja Rossi 1, 4, 7, 8, 10.
Sonja throwing 29. Vanessa throwing 26.
One of the delightful oddities is the fact that in our clones included Sonja Johnson, Mario's daughter.
That's right.
Part of the party ruiners that dragged Exeter into this showdown. Rossi had 5 on the fill. I'll note that in a second. Her try. 8-pin spills. Wood rolls, but dives off the back of the plate before it gets to the 10. Up strikes there. Left side deflection, 5 and a 7.
You see how she's a 108 bowler. The top woman was Shannon Scribner, the 111, so she was right up there among the leading bowlers.
Sonja Rossi, 68 half. Vanessa Huff picks up her first mark for Huff Powersports.
Vanessa, a 3-time runner-up in the main state open eliminations, women's division 2022, 23, and this year in 2025.
A lot of you think Exeter Lanes is going to come away with the championship. I see that poll. Thank you. We'll see how it holds out here. Rossi with 5. Huff to fill. Down the 2 column.
That's 4.
We call that one the 6-pack, that bundle of 6.
And Sonja's, I knew something's good about her. She's a July birthday girl.
Ball's favorite birth month, his own. 1, 2, and 10 taken out by Rossi. Up the try. Right 4 columns all attack, takes out the 3-9.
Sonja won a couple of mixed world team titles with Penny Lane in 2021 and 2022. Part of the 2016 Ladies International Team Championship as well.
Out goes the 4-7. Rossi will challenge with a 10 box. Huff safer plays the right. Aggressive try on the out. No, actually had the 1-5, excuse me. And 9 box. It's a great one, 3 of 4.
All right, this next box is the halfway point of this one-string overtime match, the 2025 Mixed World Team Tournament on Candlepin Bowling Network. Executive producer is Bob Lee.
Well, thanks, Paul. It looked like Exeter Lanes was going to run off with it, but now it's just a 5-pin lead. We have.
We said that sentence this morning.
And there's a strike on the board from Matt Huff, so that's likely to be erased.
I mean, he's the short roster catching up to them. Now, what is that? That's 6 people, 4 men, 2 women.
Exeter averaged 576 during the season, as we call it, the 23 matches.
Oh, Matero is split again, 2 and 2. That's just rough going. Hitting the head pin's a good deal in this game usually, not nearly always.
And both looking for their first mark, and it's not going to be easy. Which one you like better?
I like 10s better.
2, 4, 6, 10. Have to send it.
Oh, what a bid.
Wow.
Well, with his ball, Kevin. 4, 6, 10, but not the 2. Funny how a shot like that's an afterthought. Hapworth, no 5-7.
I've been saying it all weekend. Corner pins, extra pins are not carrying.
Might as well be glued down. 10 for Matero.
He's at 45.
Getting 9 a box is good pinning. Say the same. It's, literally 9.
Kristy Hapworth, high single, 178.
High singles in this event. Brian Fuller Jr., 170. Janet Scribner on this very stream, 167.
Tim Matero's high 10, 1459, one of 7 1400 plus 10-string series. That is amazing.
Plays in there, split again. Well, at least we're seeing the robbery.
Ouch. I assume Scribner had a triple strike in that 167?
Right here, give us call it triple strike 9.
Yes, spare triple strike. Yeah, 9 spare.
She actually won money for that triple strike as well.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a triple 9, Phil? Okay.
One of 4 triple strike pool getters. I'll get to that in a moment. If I can think to, anyway. That's a 3 and 4 split for Matero. On the 2-4.
Trying to throw the 3 into 4, I guess.
Hapworth. Just a 1-9. Okay, down to a question of pins right now. We keep our eye on the 3rd ball. Exeter Lanes has knocked down 6 more actual pins, and that is their lead, minus a strike, though.
Yeah, it's a virtual tie.
Tim gets an 8 there. Extra strike you see hanging on the Huff Powersports side, though. Hapworth 10. Wow. For 55 through 6.
So surprised to see them hanging around like that. You know, if this were a handicap match, Exeter would be given 28 pins based on their averages during the.
Based on 90% or 95?
No, actually, that would be if it was 100% handicap.
Is that just a different? Yeah,
they averaged 572, and I think it was 544 that Huff Powersports averaged during the season.
Most local leagues in your friendly bowling houses, Candlepin included, handicap your averages so everyone has a shot.
Exeter Lanes 4-pin lead.
Aaron Fontaine, 1, 3, 6, and 8.
2 marks to 1 the other side of the ledger.
Nice
Beverage crossed over 5, 7, 8. 5 for 5 on the head pin he is, if I counted correctly.
His career high average for full season, 127. High single, 189.
That's my goofy little center stripe that's knowing the head pin hits. Fontaine around the 8 pin. This can go, but you have to glance it off the front face. That's how thin you have to cut it, and Beverage narrowly misses.
Oohs, nas in the crowd.
Oh, my. You know, Aaron Fontaine has been throwing 36, 37 all on Friday and Saturday. Today, he just hit 40 for the first time.
A little more juiced up, a lot of adrenaline.
Notice Beverage goes for the safer shot that time and collects 5-8 for a 9-box.
Bob, isn't that similar to Tom Olsa's speed?
Yeah, well, Tommy used to throw 42 and 43.
Based on video analysis.
Yeah, no, he actually told us he had guns. They have speed guns. And it's just they weren't necessarily held by the cameraman. Yeah. They came out with the cops would bring it by. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thin on the head pin, but it just devastating ball.
3-5 there.
Beverage.
3, 6, 7, 8, and 10.
Aaron bowling since the turn of the century. High 5, 773. High triple, 472. Unofficial high single, 236. And otherwise, 195.
His try. Nope. Wide on the 3-pin. You see the reaction.
I probably would have gone for the wood on that, Greg.
I always go for the object pin.
Problem is, it was a diagonal piece. In theory, it could hit the 5 and trampoline into the 3, but we all know the old adage, see a pin, play a pin, but Wood took it,
Kevin's
and there's 10.
Paul, you call your next witness.
The jury is out, Paul.
It's a crapshoot sometimes.
Aim for the bigger target is the way I put it. I don't
Fontaine
know.
got 10. Well, people probably jokingly stigmatize wood shooting, but in this case, there was the play. Kaler's had a good string working here. 3 marks in a row as he gets up. Surette on a spare.
Left at least one pin standing.
Would Alfie pay $100 in this case? Anyway, that's in there.
Yes, we will.
10-pin tips. 5-8. Canuel have to check the. I don't think.
There's no perfect game going on.
No one's on for it. Phil is 8 for Serret. Smashed in there. Kaler's got a tough split, though. Jeff with the better leave. 5
no.
in front of the 8. And
What
the
the-
Are you
wood
serious?
What kind of hop?
stops it up.
Collision.
What kind of bounce was that? The pin shot directly left.
That was all set up.
This would be
too.
some cut. Kaler missed it by a few boards. Not far off. Surette gets a 10. Any guy shooting 120 or any woman shooting 110 is doing some pro-tier bowling. Doesn't happen all the time.
Our leading average was 126 for Josh Daly. He took home that prize.
Surette, Aaron Carrick gets Skinner's shirt. That's 3 out. 60 half, not too shabby, but Jason Kaler on another level now with those 3 mark half. Into the 1-2.
That's the 1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's only consecutive numerically.
And not a split either.
Gruesome, gruesome.
I've actually made this shot once at Academy. It is pretty when it goes.
Hang on.
Without wood?
Watch, boys,
Without wood, yeah.
watch the wood, boys. We got 2 pieces of diagonal wood there. One's
If
very
he plays-
vertical.
If he plays it on the cap, he has a good shot.
He'll splash around. That's a good point.
Very vertical one. Everyone's stirring about that one. His try. Just wide of the wood. He wanted a piece of that, obviously. Took out the triangle. And a pinning duel again results in this one-string showdown. For the Mixed Worlds title, Kaler's opposite a 6-box. And gets one more. Bit of a missed opportunity. But still now, it's a virtual tie here as Exeter Lanes is up 6 pins but down a strike. We'll confirm everything and pull it up here. We'll just verify 59, 58, 55, 63, 83 through 6, and then 63, 78, 53, 64, 66, and I only see the 1 strike hanging, so that is that. And here comes, who wants to take 7, 8, I suppose? I could just keep it going if you want.
Yeah, this is the strike field, though, coming up on lane 6.
All right, we switch it around. Huff on a strike. Splits. These matches don't get easier. This is the 24th match for the teams combined. Substitutions were available. Second ball coming up, excuse me. Safe play would be to just take the 3 on the left side.
Yep.
Huff does that, and the fill is 9.
All right, lead change. Huff leads by 3 now. No marks on the board hanging.
Johnson
Nice.
gets
shot.
it!
Now there is.
6, 8, and 10 by Mario Johnson.
Money.
Only Mike McIntosh available for Exeter to substitute with as Huff takes 10.
One string overtime match. If we tie, it's a 2-box roll off each of the 5 bowlers if it goes to double overtime.
Is there any record of that ever happening, Paul?
I don't think it's happened mixed I'm told,
Huff tips the 6, 3-pin.
There were 2 prior playoffs.
but not 2-box roll off after an overtime.
Johnson, 3, 5, 9.
We had that one at Academy Lanes a couple of years ago in Haverhill, Mass.
The closest one was in 2019
Right.
when Audubon Day Shift won by 2 pins on the last ball over
Spare, 3-pin drilled by Matt Huff.
a team called Charlie's Revenge.
A little full.
Just a little bit. It's still working, though.
How is
Get-
that pin?
Get
full?
over 2-pin, you were hit.
Stabilized.
It was hit 3 times and it still stood up.
And does the wood even take out the 6-10?
I think it does. It's on a good plane.
She'll go safe to the right side and take the 9 box.
All right, interesting.
That's a sure out right there, Greg.
Mario is the 1997 Rookie of the Year, 2011 ICBA Championship winner, multiple ladies team world titles and international team titles, 5 times or more mixed worlds team titles. Multiple Nico championships as well.
Huff with that spare gives Huff Powersports the effective lead.
Yep.
Speaking of Vanessa. 1-3 and the sleepers all there. Down goes the 9. Rossi's dealing, and she's got a bundle of 5.
That piece of wood just stopped right against the 5 in the 2-pin.
We can do that later. 3-5 out for Huff. That leaves a 1-8. Bundle of 5, there's an 8-pin.
Great match.
I'm actually scared of the sleeve. Yeah, she had to play the 2-pin.
Wood wasn't quite covering the 2.
Nice piece.
Huff pins out perfectly for 10. Rossi, that's fine to go for 9 on that one. The don't miss shot, right, Bob?
It's now a 2-pin lead plus a ball. By the way, just for about half a second, there was a second lead change when Mario made her fill. So we have 2 lead changes so far. Huff Powersports hanging on to a 2-pin lead plus a ball.
Remember, the yellow numbers on screen have the marks outstanding so you can follow along. 6-7 split for Huff. Rossi down the middle, and she's got a tough split, 3-1.
Vanessa has very, very tough wood.
2019 Maine State Open Mixed Teams Championship with Kristy Hapworth, Matt Huff, and Evan Riva.
On the cap of the wood. Whoa, the ball went in front of the 7.
That was a bold play.
I want to see that again, Greg.
I got you. Rossi needs some sticks on the 3rd ball. 2 pins and a ball for Huff Powersports. You don't want to concede anything more in this spot. Exeter Lanes in Exeter, New Hampshire. Rob Ficarra Sr., a great owner there. Matero I'm not as familiar with, but I believe it's an electrical company.
That's right.
Oh,
Great
yeah,
out.
MP for AMP. That's how I remember
I'd like to thank Steve Reno Sr. and Brian Forney of Ryans in Millis, Massachusetts, donating $500 to Candlepin for Cancer from a 50-50 raffle. Thank you very much, Steve.
She played it
Hall of
right.
Famer.
She played it right on the cap and it went right in front of the 10-pin.
Yeah, actually it went behind the 7. I misspoke myself. Sorry about that. This is Kristy Hapworth.
Good turn on it. Just missed the head pin.
4-pin is going to wiggle. 1, 2, 7, 10.
4-pin fell.
Yeah, it probably worsens the lead because it's not even live wood.
Split the uprights.
Actually, it's not that bad. If she plays it on the cap that's on the wing.
Matero around everything. Thin hits result in diamonds. 2, 4, 5, and 8.
I'm going between the eyes, 1 and the 2.
Kristy thought she was. Well, the head pin's going to fall eventually, but no 10-pin.
That ball hit the pin.
It did.
Hit first, fell last.
Tim looking for his first mark. No.
Off target.
Yeah, he knew it too.
Not happy about that.
He knew it too.
Even the people over in lane 24 heard that clap. Hapworth takes 10, 74 through 8.
Matero doubles 27-80 with Mark Hollywood Smith at Colonial Bowling Center in Westbrook, Maine. He carried Mark Hollywood Smith by over 100 pins. So I just teased Mark. Oh, so he carried you, huh, Tim? Over Tim?
All right, the lead is 3 plus a spare fill. Huff Powersports.
I've put a score in the wrong column. I beg your pardon.
First ball in the 8th for Hapworth.
There we go.
The 1, the 2, the 8, and 9.
Now Matero. He's on the right as well. That's the 4 horsemen plus the sleeper in the back, the 8.
Sorry, guys. I seem to have made a meal out of this scoreboard, but it's now correct. 3 pins should be confirmed. Hapworth on the 1, 2, 8, 9, just the 2, 9 out. Cluster of 5 can go. Matero spares. Matero gets that run down, and he's got 1 mark in his string.
Oh, pumped up on that one.
All right, now the marks are even. The lead still 2 for Huff Powersports. Anchor bowlers here, number 4 bowlers, the cleanup bowlers, I should say.
Kevin?
Matero's on the board with his first mark.
Beverage Jr. had been perfect so far. Just going to confirm here, 85, 96, 72 on the ball, 64 and 66 for Exeter, 88 on the ball, 77, 74, 63 and 83. There we go. Got it all squared away in the end. Excuse me.
Richard had a 441 three-string series total with a perfect match. All 10 spares and strikes for 3 consecutive strings. That's amazing.
Down goes this 8-pin. What a break.
All right.
Off the head pin.
Well, Paul, what do we say about when you leave the head pin? Single. It's actually the lowest percentage for singles.
And you know my theory about it.
Missing the first, going to miss in the second.
Yeah.
Implies you're off the range.
59.14 stats by Candlepin Bowling Network.
But Richard's got this one.
Still better than half.
59.15.
Richard Beverage Jr. is second.
You only miss it 41% of the time.
Yeah, the first time he was the head. Fontaine, 2 4 10. What a spare.
He is so pumped.
Crowd loved that shot. Take a look at that one.
Here it comes.
That's a Nico highlight reel.
Very Ulster-like delivery, and there it goes.
He split it too.
What a great match. Here at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire, 2025 Mixed World Tournament on Candlepin Bowling Network. Subscribe for free.
Right after the matching spares, here are the matching fills.
Here he comes. On that spare fill, Richard Beveridge Jr. gets 7 on his.
Beveridge throwing 32.
80 through 7.
2-1 split.
We're in overtime.
Fontaine.
Quiet all of a sudden.
On a spare. You get those moments in these international competitions where you can just feel the buzz in the air.
Okay.
By international, we mean United States and Canada. The eastern provinces of New Brunswick and Nova Scotia play our wonderful sport as well.
6 Phil also. He's at 6 for him. 80 for him through 7.
Beveridge tried to right wood. Across behind.
Wood was a little too deep behind.
Yep. Still a 3-pin lead for Huff.
It's just been that single-digit margin the whole way through. It's called the Four Horsemen, and Fontaine just to the right.
Aaron's won 7 Massachusetts Bowling Association titles.
The ideal is to play on the 1-2 pocket, of course.
Got it.
Get over 7-pin, thank you very much. A 10 for Beveridge. At 2 more pins.
Makes it 5.
8's a wild. 8, 8, 8, 88 through 8. Here in Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Great ownership of the Dellis family. Next Sunday, July 6th, is the Better Brother Boutwell's Bowl. 3 p.m. We'll give you $100 to Candlepin for Cancer. Andy, the owner, the sons, Dimitri, and wait a minute.
Dino, Alex, Dimitri.
Yep.
Jason.
Yep.
Okay, Jason Kaler, who leads all bowlers.
He's got only 3 pins.
189.
The 189.
How many times have we seen that this
nasty.
weekend?
And he got
a
the
couple.
1-2-3 earlier. Same guy, right? Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, the ball weighs slightly less than the pins. The pins weigh 2.5 pounds. The ball weighs an ounce less. And there you go. Pin that.
Okay.
And now the true Spread Eagle. We used to be called Spread Eagle Productions. Now we just have the faux back logo.
Okay, there's a quarter Worcester. Just to keep things interesting.
They both have 3 to get, basically, assuming Serret plays towards the 6.
Yeah.
Kaylor.
No.
Full on the 3-pin.
Chop, chop, chop. 5.
Yep. Only one of the balls outright missed the pin he was aiming for.
And how about that?
7 beats of 5.
Good defense.
And this is the thing.
Little game.
These teams are on the highest stage here in mixed international play. And yet, the Candlepins have a mind of their own, and this is what it reduces them to at times. Thankfully, the button always takes it, and we're ready to move on to box number 8.
Jason Kaler, lane record 512, high triple. High 5, 789, high single 196, career high average for a season 131.
All right, misses and leaves that 4 and 2.
4 out. Dave Chestercove likes this one on the show, New England Candlepins. 4 horsemen, right side. Down goes the 3 for Surette.
Decent spare leave after missing the head pin on that one.
Kaylor to dig back in. Gets on the 1-2 pocket. It's pretty when it goes. In there, but it's not into the 6-10. Into the stealing the show. That might be a good call there. Thank you all in chat.
No.
Jeff, no, that's into the cap, though. This isn't getting any easier. We've been at this since Friday afternoon here in Concord, New Hampshire.
Our 24th match of 23, you could say.
Because of that tie for first place. 9 box and a 9 to match. And here we go. Because of these pesky pins, it's coming down still to a single-digit lead. All confirmed scores. Does anyone have anything to say in the pins' defense?
Not a word.
426, 423. Huff Powersports won the last 13 matches. Exeter Lanes, Montalvo VP, MP of Rutland, Mass. Electrical lost the last 3.
These teams are averaging 105, 106 between them.
One spare for each side right here for Matt Huff left. But first, it's Mario Johnson on lane 6 here by the Candlepin for Kansas banner. Right in the nose, spread eagle plus the 9 behind the 3. That's a youch. Yikes and ouch combined.
And a Talon back there, too. All right, this is a fill ball here.
Huff in the bonus on lane 5. It's a good one, but it splits 2 and 1. Left to right, 4, 8, 10. Unbelievable. 95 through 8. Johnson hits the object pin, gets 2 of the 3. Trying to go less into more.
Pinning, by the way, is 4 in favor of Exeter Lanes in terms of literal pins knocked down.
This would be amazing with Huff.
It's okay. All right, so right now the lead is 10 minus a ball. Let's try to keep the framework the same for everybody. Yeah.
And Matero has a spare, the 3rd bowler for Exeter.
Right, 10 pins up minus that 1 spare you see.
Mario, rare 5. 90 through 9, the minimum. Huff on 9, gains 4 big pins. 104 through 9. 9 box to go. Update from Bob.
Well, it's 442 to 428, so now the lead is 14 minus a ball.
$12,000 the winning team to split. $8,000 rent. We'll talk to the winning team before we sign off. Somehow. Can work that logistically.
We'll get a camera or drag them back here, one or the other.
So Mario has 3 spares, but just 90 through 9 because she's left a few on the plate. As many on the plate as she's knocked down in the fill.
Capable of making the shot. Not that it's easy. 1, 2, 6, 10. Matt Huff. In the pocket. It is going to be 7, 2, 4, 10. This slightly better odds than the last one he had, that 4, 8, 10.
With that wood, it's looking pretty good, actually. Needs to touch it about even on that.
2 takes 3, in other words.
All right, trying to pull up this one here. Oh, flew over the 6-10. It wouldn't come down for a landing. What a try.
That's a good bid, Paul.
Virtual
Sure
1 mark
was.
game.
Huff trying to send it over. No.
Wow.
2 pieces got in the way.
Access denied on that one.
It's a cruel game sometimes, isn't it?
But at least nobody has to retrieve the deadwood. It fell in the gutter.
Mario, a 9, 99 overtime string.
All right. Matt trying to pick up 1 more pin. Difference. And it will stay a 14-pin difference, right?
Yep, 9.
That's right.
113 overtime string for Matt Huff, the captain of Huff Powersports and the owner.
Scoreboard at the bottom of your screen is correct, but take a look now at this leave and how this wood just caroms right in front of it. It was spinning.
And there was another piece went right behind, too.
Updating the score in the mark situation from Greg Gouillart.
14 pins up for Huff Powersports, minus a mark for Exeter Lane, since those get about 7. We'll round. It's about a 1 mark game.
Sonja, the Casey McCool banana split.
Great to see him earlier.
Oh, nice one, but it splits 2.
Wobbling 2, wobbling 7. In between is the 4, 10 right corner. So she give it a ride. Sonja, big time bowler on the big time stage yet once again. Doinks it.
Oh,
That wood wasn't connected.
Right. She still gets alive. I love her attitude. Huff trying to send it over. Oh, so close.
Up and over.
Wow, we've seen a lot of close ones, haven't we? Rossi getting the short 2 for an 8. 104 through 9. Vanessa gains 1 with a 9.
Banana around it.
86 through 9, 7 boxes to go. Could we have double overtime, which would be 2 boxes for each bowler? Gotta love Candlepin bowling, folks. Nothing like it. It's a game of skill and challenge for any age. Fall Leagues forming your local bowling center here at Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire, or your local center.
Okay, the lead is 15. Huff Powersports.
Rossi can't buy a foul or a break. 3-6 in the right, 3-6 right, 7 left. Wood 2 deep, probably behind.
3 straight splits for her now.
Keeping it loose up in the lanes. Vanessa Huff on the nose. She splits 3-1, 4 left, 3-6, 10 right above the Canadian flag.
Very similar to that last 3-1 from the other side.
Splits are 17-13. Exeter is 4 more in this match.
Rossi off target, 3 right, 7 left.
How many head pins?
26-25.
Oh, wow, what a shot! Vanessa Huff! What a shot, clutch, huge!
And everything else in between. Vanessa Huff.
Struggling, but comes through big and nice out there for Rossi. Wow. 113. Huff, 96 in the ball in the 10th. How big is that one?
She split this perfectly. She played it on the three pin.
3-6, 10 forward, no problem. And very stoic, shows emotion there.
All right, the lead is 16 plus this ball.
And once we have a Tim Matero, the Hall of Fame ref next. Huff, nice ball, 2 perfect, clip wing eagle. 15 beats a 10.
Yeah, don't hit that button too quickly.
101 string. Sonja Rossi at 9, 113 herself. A fine string once again from Sonja Rossi. $6 to go. Let's get an update from Bob.
Difference is now 21. It's 475 to 454, but 1 hit for Exeter. So let's say it's 21 minus a ball.
And it's now
21 minus this ball. Yep.
Word's going around the room here at Boutwell's. 21. What's 9 plus 10? 21?
Well, people are trying to add up 5 numbers in their heads.
Matero in lane 6 here at Boutwell's.
That's a
nice
sweet
ball, first strike. Yes! Whoa! Huge! Strike on spare.
The lead is now
Kristy
now
Hapworth,
10.
5. Big time shot for Tim. 0 for 7. Spare strike.
Please never retire, Tim.
82-3, 92 plus 2 through 9th. They're hanging in there. Hapworth, the Kristy Hapworth specialist, called in Maine. Won't go. She never makes it, she says. That's why.
So, we bowled a tournament up in Boutwell's. I did pretty well. You catch
10.
that.
Check Ripping the Rack podcast. Free to subscribe on YouTube or your local channel. Ripping the Rack with co-host Tim Matero, King of the North Calvin Locke, and the Coastal Crusader Brian Athern.
Okay, we're now down to the last 5. $20,000 is on the line. $12,000 will go to the winners. $8,000 says team in second place. Tim Matero on a strike. Chasing 11.
The only mark on the board. Going double up. Oh, that's just nasty. Wow. That's just wrong. 3.
Off camera, he assures himself it was a good shot.
Kristy trying to get 7 to go. The 6 doing a dance. Stays on its feet. 2, 4, 7 left. Double wood in between. Slightly behind, possibly. Going for the short 3 here in this situation.
All right, just 3 down with that first one, but
There's 4 pins on the left side.
yep.
Typically he'll go 3 into 4.
Or will he? No, he's going to go big club.
And you got 3 anyway.
Okay, so that's
6
a
on the
6 go.
strike. 98 through 9.
That difference is now 5.
Kristy, just missed the 2 by a smidge.
That could have sent Paul, absolutely.
2 in the 6. Matero trying to get 3. Oreo Cookie got the cream in the middle, left the wafers on the outside for a rare 7. Bogus string by his standards, 105. Hapworth an 8 in between the pipes.
So it's now 6.
92 string for Kristy Hapworth. No mark, but great pinning as usual.
4 boxes to play, 6 pins the lead for Huff Powersports.
Kristy, defending champion this year for the Maine State Open Eliminations Ladies Division. Here we go, 4 boxes to go. Quick update, Greg.
Here we go, Chad. 6 pins the margin right now. Sound off, Chad. Who's going to take it? Will Exeter get that mark they need?
Tim Matero rallying his team down. No marks on the board. Final 4 boxes. Will we have a second overtime for 2 boxes each? Stay tuned. Fasten your seatbelts.
Something, tray tables.
Aaron Fontaine, pound 7, 8, 6 right, 7 left. Helicopter in flight. Richard Beverage Jr. crosses over 9. Crossovers lead to Kings. Greg Gouillart Incorporated.
I do say the thing.
All right, this is a brutal lead, though, for Aaron.
Yeah, you're worried about a ball deflection as well, right, Bob?
Tip left, I would think.
Right,
Like
wow.
that. Yes!
Great shot.
Right on cue. Wow! Clutch.
He had to play it
98.
perfectly.
98 and the ball in the ninth.
I said it, red line.
Beverage missed it. That makes it interesting, folks. Here we go.
It makes it a tie, basically, if not an Exeter lead. We'll see.
Beverage, a Paul Grant
That's
special.
big.
Missed the second, make the third for a 10. Not a good time for that in overtime. 100 through
So
9.
it's still 6 minus this fill.
7 to take the lead.
By Bob Lee's own estimation, an average spare fill in Candlepin bowling is 6.5.
For a pro bowler, and he's one of them.
3 blocks to go in overtime. 2025 Mixed World Tournament on Candlepin Bowling Network. Hit subscribe. It's free. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Over 2,000 videos and climbing.
Denise Pinsent, Ryan Hogan for Huff Powersports, Everett Beverage Jr. on the bench, anxiously waiting on.
And for the lead, ties it with 6. We're dead even.
And Judy Bowden as well, excuse me.
503 apiece. 503 apiece. Beverage trying to make up for that missed single. Wobbling 8 and back. 1-3-6 in front. It is makeable. Not easy.
Fasten your seatbelts.
All right, the 4 horsemen, they go about a third of the time.
This weekend they barely went.
$2.
Fontaine for a spare. Nails it! Back to back. Massive spare.
Stupendous.
104 through 9. 114 ball at 10th. Beverage. No. Hit the
Nothing.
head pin. And now it's turned the other way.
If I wanted to nitpick, maybe 1-3, but the littlest things make the biggest differences.
It was 21 or so before Matero's mark. Strike on spare, right? Something like that?
Yes,
Wow, what a comeback.
with that mark against, but still.
All right.
Beverage an 8, 108 string.
And in the match, Exeter Lanes did not want to be in. They are coming up big with 2 boxes and this ball now.
Extra gas, like Bob Lee said, down the stretch. Lost the last 3. Huff won the last 13 matches. 2-pin lead.
Well, a little while ago, Nico asked me, is Exeter feeling fatigued because they don't have a sub for Mario and Sonja?
It could be, but these the Bulls mentally tough. Fontaine added to the lead with 7. It's a 9-pin lead with 2 bucks to go. 121 for awesome Aaron Fontaine. Wow.
I keep fumbling the scoreboard in my excitement. 9-pin advantage now for Exeter Lanes.
Tim Matero, 62 through 7 goes to 105. Aaron from 88 to 8 to 121. Jeff Serret, 82 through 8. Jason Kaler, 97 through 8. Here we go. Serret, right side, 3-9. Hate that shot.
Just missed by 5 inches, but that's all he gets.
Kaler must mark at least once, maybe twice. Jason on the nose. Not a good time for a 3-3 split. Unbelievable.
Oh, and this wood's coming forward.
Gruesome.
1 in 5 chance for Surette. He almost got a tricky dribble. Stopped short of the 7. All the bowlers jumping up and down. Thought he had it.
If he plays this on the right cap, he might have a shot at this.
Kerrigan, he's doing your shirt well.
Kaylor trying to pull a miracle shot. Ah! He did it! Oh, so close again. Wow, Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down.
Everybody in the place has shot that 7-pin.
Surette a big 10, 92 through 9.
That
What
was
a try by Kaylor.
exactly what Kaler was aiming for. He hit nothing wrong with that shot at all.
9, it's a
Oh,
10-pin
boy.
lead. 1 box to go. 5:30, 5:20. Exeter comes back for the lead. 1 box left in overtime.
He threw everything at that 7-pin and it still stayed up. That's amazing.
They both did.
Surette! Bang! Whoa!
Kaler now needs to match and double it.
Bombs away, baby! Kaylor trying to match it. No! And Exeter's going to take it.
Well, with fill balls, there's something, but
Very unlikely. I think that was the championship shot.
Yep.
Show us one anyway, Jason. They're hugging.
Oh,
No, that
boy.
does it. Just
That will
right.
do it.
Is the triple strike pool still on?
I think it is.
Congratulations.
10,
what a way to
116
win. I mean,
overtime strength for Jason Kaylor. What a match. Gotta love Candlepin bowling.
Their magic number was 1 all afternoon, and they finally got the one from Jeff Surette, thanks to Tim Matero's setup.
On a strike, 8.
And Aaron Fontaine's brilliant play. Wow, real team victory for Exeter. Exeter Lanes and Montalvo MP.
Surette 9 the strike.
You're
What
good.
a finish, 111.
You're good, Sonja. Mario did well, didn't she?
Final score, Exeter Lanes, Montalvo, VP, MP of Rutland Electrical. 549, 530 of a Huff Powersports. Wow, wow, wow. $12,000 for them. 8,000 of a Huff Powersports. Bob Lee, Greg Gouillart with the update. We'll talk to the winning team when we get a chance.
Well, there were 4 lead changes in that one, but it was really tight all the way down the middle as Huff came roaring back after an early deficit. Matt Huff started with a 5, and Mario started with a 10 and a spare. It looked like it was going to be a walk away for Exeter, but Huff came roaring back behind the strong bowling of Jason Kaler. He went out spare, strike, strike, 8. And he got kind of schnickled down toward the end, ended up with a 116. But behind him, Huff took a small lead, got up to 21 on Vanessa Huff's big 3-1 split conversion. But Tim Matero came back with a strike in the 9th. Just filled it with 6. Then Aaron Fontaine put on a pair of spares in his final trip. Jeff Serret sealed it with a strike 9.
What a year for Aaron Fontaine. He won the Friday Night Pro League. He won the Pro Series this year, and now he wins the Miss Worlds.
He may be in the running. Bowler of the year.
He might be.
Look at that team picture. There are really only 6 of them. If you look down the spreadsheet on them, Mike McIntosh only bowled in 12 games. Everyone else was in 22. 22 or 23.
But Mac did come in a few times as a sub.
Yeah.
So he's very much a part of this.
And Paul Grant connecting up the microphone. Greg Gouillart is going to set him up. And these guys are. I think they're a little happier than they would have been if they'd clinched it 3 games ago.
I think they would have been happy if they clinched it when we had them earlier.
Jeff Surette, come on, buddy. Not your best string, but if bombs away, baby, strike to clinch it.
Yeah, it was a really good team effort. We fought very hard all week. We struggled at the end.
You had 3 matches left. All you needed is 1 point, a magic number, and you couldn't get it done then. How did you come back? And you came back with down 21 minus the fill.
First off, thanks for rubbing that in, Paul.
How do you mean it that way?
No, you just when you get a second chance, you got to just grind it out. And these guys were phenomenal. It's a great team effort.
Was fatigue a factor down the stretch earlier, and how mentally tough is your team?
Well, I think we proved it right there. We grinded it out, and we got some breaks, and it was nice.
How about a 3-letter word for winning another title?
Yes. Okay, wow.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, wow.
Tim Matero, I officially say you're unretired.
No, I'm back into retirement. Right back in.
So you're like Tiger Woods, you go for the majors, then you don't play, right?
Go for the majors and call it good. But I just want to shout out Huffs. They're such good people, and it was such a great match.
They won their last 13 matches to get here. Yeah. You'd lost your last 3, and how'd you guys pull it off down the stretch?
Well, we really struggled over on that side and came over here and really struggled up until the end. It's a team effort regardless of which way it goes.
You're down 21 or so. You want to speed. You got a thunderous strike. That turns it right around.
Yeah, kind of. That felt good. I'm not going to lie. That felt good.
I can't wait to see what Calvin Locke's going to say when he wrote his face during Ripping Back Podcast. Free to subscribe.
He'll be happy. I don't know about for me, but he'll be happy. So who's next?
Who's next? Mike McIntosh. How about a 3-letter word?
A 3-letter word? you don't a PG-13 3-letter word? Tim.
Okay. Aaron Fontaine.
What's up, Paul?
Clutch once again.
it was not looking pretty. I mean, we started the day behind the 8 ball. We started behind the 8 ball a little bit today. We picked it up a little bit, then we dropped it, and we just couldn't figure it out. And we're going up there throwing 2 fills and 4 fills, and this wasn't doing the job. And towards the end of the day, we knew it was going to come down to a roll-off. It was just a matter of what we're going to do. And in this match, man, I mean, all those bowlers over there on Huff, they're incredible. I have all the respect in the world for them. They put the pressure on us, and we had to show up big, and we finally showed up when we had to show up. And it's been an unbelievable year. I'm going to try to keep it going.
Your grandfather, Tom Holst, must be proud of you once again.
Well, I always said if I could be a tenth of what he was, I'd be a happy camper. So I know he was a lot more clutch than I am, but a tenth of what he could be it's a good day in my book. But
All right, go celebrate 3-letter word.
How about wow, Paul?
Oh, you got it.
We're the champions, baby! Number 1, baby!
Let's bring in Mario Johnson before we talk to the taxman. Hey, Mario.
Stop crying.
Mario's having a moment right now.
Another emotional win for you guys. You guys labored down the stretch. Your team is so tough. You are too. You're a winner. You won a lot of titles, a lot of championships, championship pedigree. How'd you do it?
You know what? It's just love, devotion, and just my team just gels so well. We just get along great. That's all I can say is that we have each other's back from day one, and we just have fun, and that's all that I can tell you to do.
Right, congratulations, another win. 3-letter word, cleanly.
That's right. Sorry about that. I apologize for my profanity.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in the tax man, Mike McIntosh. Mike McIntosh. Come on down. Hold it up high. Hold it up high.
Woo! Hey, what's going on? It's the biggest trophy I think I've ever held on to, Paul. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
You were in the start and they took you out of the lineup. Is that why you won?
That's why we won. Well, coaching move of the century. I pulled myself a couple times for Tim, and each time I did, it worked out. So blessed to be part of this team. I was sitting at home a few months back. I got a call from Serret, and he said, "Do you want to jump on this team?" And it took me all of about a second and a half to say yes to that. And here we are.
You're a 128 former league bowler, the old Park Place Lanes, Windsor, New Hampshire. You're out for a while. You're bowling really well now. You're one spot away possibly from the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour Class A Championship match. What a year you've had.
Thank you, buddy. It just really caps off the whole full year. It's been a great year, like you said, and you've been a big part of that. So appreciate you always being around. And, yeah, one more match to get to the ACST finals. That'll be
Can you use this trophy as a tax write-off?
This is no, this is entertainment. Entertainment's not a write-off anymore. Oh man, this feels good to hold this one though, Paul. I've never had a world's title or a mixed worlds title, so this is number one for me. Thank you.
Mike McIntosh, 3-letter word.
Wow, baby.
All right,
thanks.
All right, Sonja, Rossi, come on down. Congratulations. You're missing shots. You're splitting. You're smiling. You're laughing. You're not getting checked out. You're mentally tough.
No, yeah, you have to. It's a long game. It's been a long weekend.
Talk about your sponsor.
We have Exeter Lanes, who Rob is amazing. He's a great proprietor, and we're very thankful for him. And we also have MP Electric, one of my very good friends out of Rutland, Massachusetts. So if you need electrical needs, contact him. I'll let you know the digits.
How do they get a hold of them? A website or a phone number you know of?
I'm sure they have a phone number. Google? I don't know.
867-5309.
That's a great song. That is a great
You want to sing it?
No, I don't. I have no voice anymore.
Okay. How about a 3-letter word?
Wow.
Right. You guys get team that want to talk?
I'm going to guess no.
Okay.
I think you've probably interviewed everybody already, so we're good. Thank you so much for all your hard work this weekend.
Thank you very much.
And all your coverage.
Now you can afford to pay all your past, present, and future lemon drops.
Okay, I didn't have any this weekend, Paul, and I paid them at the 568.
I know. Just missed you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Right.
Thank you.
Greg, to wrap it up, thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's flip on. Make sure I think that should be all our headsets right now. Just wanted to go over some statistics in the match right now. 16 marks to 10 for Exeter Lanes, but the average fill was 7.4 for Huff Powersports and 5.8 for Exeter Lanes.
Yeah, interesting.
So get those 6 marks eventually they power through, pinning exactly even. Both left 44 pins on the plate. Head pins were 29 to 28, just about dead even in favor of Exeter slightly. And splits were 19 for Exeter and 14 for Huff Powersports. So more than half of the head pin hits were splits. That seemed about right for the pin action we were seeing.
It was.
Wait, say it for everyone to hear, Sonja. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm the worst.
You guys won't hear this often, but I am so proud of my mom. So proud of Rossi and Jeff, dude. You have no idea.
Sonja Johnson of Narclone is very proud of her mother in this moment. Bob,
Really
you were
put
saying?
one up. No, bad news. Bad news for Exeter is they would have had to give 24 pins if this was a handicapped event, and that would have reversed it. But this is the pros, people. Scratch bowling it is at its best, and Exeter Lanes, after a really tough road, carries it out in the final.
This is the worst idea ever. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this anymore.
All right, Greg, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up here. Kevin, any thoughts? Sorry?
I do have one final thought, and I said it while you were not around. Aaron Fontaine, what a year he had.
Yeah.
Pro Series champion. Friday Night Pro League champion. And now Miss World champion.
What a year he has had. So thank you very much for watching here. This has been Candlepin Bowling Network's presentation of the Mixed Worlds 2025 on behalf of Paul Grant, Bob Lee, Kevin Burns, Dan Castle, and myself, Greg Gouillart. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, so long.